Okay, no problem. You don't want me to start here, or? Oh, okay. Well, this is perfect because we're on a musical stage, so I won't be doing a lot of singing for you. You'll get a break from that with much relief. But thanks so much for coming here today. And I know there's been some great information so far. What I want to try and do is connect it to how you can use these tools to earn media, get coverage for your organization, and make the best use of all these different tools. I know you're into data as this audience, so I've got a bunch of different stats. Want me to try this? No? Yes? Nope. Okay, we'll keep going this way. So what's interesting is the power of live streaming and how it's growing. Brand Livestream did a study. More than 80% of consumers said they would prefer to watch a live video than read a social post or a blog. What's also changing is 67% said the quality of the video was a key reason for them to choose to watch something. So that's actually good for myself, what West is doing with a high quality production that fits what you're trying to accomplish. We have our own surveys, a couple of them, one on brand authenticity and another specific to social media video. So when we get to brand authenticity, first, look where journalists are getting their story. So are you using your social channels to get coverage? Do they have a journalistic voice, or is it marketing fluff? You've got to be strategic about the content that you're creating. Video, huge opportunity, clearly a theme of this whole show and also the idea of bringing it live. 83% of journalists will use your video content as you produce it. So it's a huge opportunity for message control. A couple other fun ones. Are you getting your CEO out there? 83% of journalists say an accessible CEO makes you more authentic. Anyone in the audience, I know it's good to exercise a little after lunch. Show of hands. Want your CEO leadership or brand to be more authentic? Anyone want that? Got a couple. I don't have to reverse it and say keep your hands down if you want to be more authentic, but it's something we're all trying to accomplish. Live video is a key way to make that happen. Quick overview on video for journalists, the different formats that they're taking it. Interviews, news packages, cut content, live events. They will watch, you can get them to watch your live events and take that content and then use it on their different channels. So we're also going to take a dive into, what's the kind of content you can create to make it resonate with them and how you can be effective. So communicators, we're doing an okay job. 57% of us already are providing live video to social sites. Interestingly, they're starting to get their CEO out there using this format. Numbers are only going to increase next year, more than 80%, whether you're an agency, whether you're in-house. Over 80% are increasing live social video next year. 57% increasing the CEO video they're getting out live. And you guys can hear me okay still? That's all working? Great. So the data rush will be over soon, and we'll get into some content thing, but I've got this one more. We ask communicators what are the most popular platforms that they're using when they're sending out programs on live video streaming. As you can see, Facebook at the top of that. Twitter was surprisingly low to me. LinkedIn is coming back, especially for the B2B audience. So a couple of choices, and it gets to the production quality. Are you going to go with your phone, or are you going to do broadcast quality content? And the phone can work for some applications behind the scenes if you already have a huge social following. The downside, you tend to be limited to one social platform when you go phone. Audio can be a challenge. If you're in a loud area, you need some special additional equipment as the mic, because the mic can be far away from the scene you're trying to shoot. Most positive thing, easy to be on location, and it's low cost. So broadcast qualities you're seeing here, this is a 3-camera shoot. They're streaming it live. It looks professional. They'll be able to take pieces from this, share it later. They could send out my portion. I'll put it out on my channels. All the other speakers can get their portions. It can get segmented and distributed. So it's a very positive piece, has a lot more flexibility and use to it. If you want content that journalists will use, you tend to need to make the broadcast quality step up if they're going to be putting on. And that doesn't just include television. That includes online journalists as well. They need a reasonable level of audio and video quality to want to post your link. And as we said before, a bunch of them are willing and interested to do it. You can go studio or on location with that. couple of tips if you want to do it yourself. 3 pieces of equipment, not necessarily expensive, though the dude from Brooklyn can be fairly costly. But if you want to go out of a camera, all you need to buy is this Blackmagic mini converter. Costs about $125. You can plug your output in, and it'll allow you to convert it to go into a laptop for potentially streaming it to a website. We use the OBS Studio. This is a one-to-one. As I mentioned, my producer, Mike O'Donnell, who was very willingly able to let me refer to him as a dude from Brooklyn. He does live there for authenticity. He knows the back end to put stuff together. Let's take a look at some of the specifics of the different channels. And feel free to question me, interrupt me, et cetera. It's all good. I want to hear if you've got questions or I'm not being clear. So, for brand awareness, Facebook, if you've got a strong following, generating leads, increasing interactions with followers, and it's versatile as the sites to work with. They're really encouraging it. They make it easier to do broadcast quality to go to Facebook channels. There's also a lot of influencers that you can partner with that have strong Facebook followings. Simply by following them and having them involved in the content, you're bringing your content to a larger audience, just that was being discussed in that last segment that was so powerful. A lot of benefits to Facebook. Twitter, media themselves are using it for major events, and you can use it yourself to piggyback on a major event. Think episodic, and this can also be cross-platform. If you want to build followers, maybe it's twice a month or a weekly show, but you'll have an appointment show at a specific time on a social channel that you can create a following for with information that's relevant. So it's a regular piece. It's something that can grow. You're not necessarily going to do the first show and without major promotion or major celebrity or major brand following, expect to get huge numbers of results immediately, though they can be very well targeted. So think of building an audience as you go along and have a strategy to do that. Working with influencers, again, as we mentioned. Twitter is also very effective to promote live events that you might be holding on other channels, because again, you can access different followers of multiple people who can share info about the upcoming event, driving them towards the link where folks can watch it. YouTube, easiest to embed. So you can get the highest quality video and place it within your website, within your press room. Multiple locations that can be shared. Also, they make it easy if you want to go live on LinkedIn, as we'll note. They take the YouTube URL on the LinkedIn channel, and that's a way to get out on LinkedIn with high quality video. So for LinkedIn, you need that YouTube account if you're going to go live. The other way LinkedIn can be used is put a link to wherever the live show is happening on your LinkedIn. You can write an article about the subject you're talking about so your followers will see it. And then when they get there, they can click to where they can watch and be involved in the live programming. So that can make a big difference to encouragement. So I know I'm throwing a lot your way. Now, Instagram, and I have to assume this is purposeful, they don't allow broadcast connectivity. One of the folks I work with said his son figured out a way to hack into Instagram, but if they did it, they'd probably just shut down the site, so it's not worthwhile. Your story will last 24 hours. You can later load 1-minute clips or post that video from your camera roll to other social channels to get it out there. So one of the big things that we're excited about is why be limited to just one channel on that. And we're going to have a demo here. I'm going to bring Ben out, and we'll have a quick discussion and show how easily it can be seen on multiple channels at the same time, which hopefully will be pretty fun. This was an event for Lincoln where they were revealing the prototype of their new car. They wanted to send it to their entire internal audience to be able to watch live from the New York Auto Show. And changes in technology have made that much simpler. Instead of a satellite truck, we brought a backpack to the location, and we're able to get the signal out without having to spend $15,000 for the